her name is Dawn. On the 23rd of March 2010 she was born. She's got half a heart, yes you heard that right. You're looking at Supergirl fighting with all her might. So stick around and you will hear the amazing story about my girl right here.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Archer Adventures. If you're new here, my name is Jade Marie and I'm the mother to almost 9-year-old Dawn Louise. Dawn Louise has a heart condition called Hypoplastic Left Heart Syndrome. Now, if you want to learn more about the condition, please subscribe and hit the bell and keep up with our Heart Month videos. And as the month goes on, you'll learn more and more about our journey. Today's video, I really want to talk about cyanosis and clubbing. Now, if you don't know what those words mean, stay tuned because I'm going to explain. These are both things that Dawn Louise has suffered from her entire life. They're a small side effect to her heart condition. So let's get into it. So a cyanosis is a blue tinge to the lips, hands, feet, and in Dawn Louise's case, her cheeks tend to go blue as well. This blue tinge is caused by the lack of oxygenated red blood. So because Dawn Louise only has half a heart and her blood mixes, it means that her blood is both red and blue instead of just red. The blueness in that blood is what brings out the tinge in the cyanosis. A healthy O2 level for a child or an adult would be 95 to 100%. For Dawn Louise, she's at 95 to 85%, which is considerably lower. Now, this would not be healthy for anyone other than a child with a heart defect. Where it is so low, her cheeks, lips, hands and feet are blue or cyanosed due to the low oxygen. If her oxygen goes below 75%, she'll become increasingly blue. Now this blue is not like a sky blue or a navy blue, it's kind of like a bluish purple. Insert some footage and some photos for you to understand better what it actually looks like.
So that you can really see the difference between cyanosed and uncyanosed lips, here's a photo of Dawn Louise on eye. You can really see here the difference that those saturations make to her colour.
Now, cyanosis can actually vary. Even with her stats between 75 and 85, she may be more pinker on some days or more bluer on some days. It can change with the weather, it can change with whether she's got a cough or a cold and such. In the summer, she tends to be pinker, but her lips will always be blue. But her hands might become pink with just the tips being blue, and her feet might be pink completely. It really does depend on how well her blood is moving around inside her body, what her saturations are with her oxygen, what the weather is like, and how she is feeling in herself. Clubbing, otherwise known as digital clubbing, is a condition that affects the fingers when they have been exposed to cyanosis for a long period of time. It is defined as a deformity of the fingers and toes, specifically the nails. This is a condition associated with heart and lung diseases. There are 3 different stages of clubbing. You have mild, which would be characterised as a loss of the 165-degree angle of the nail. You would not be able to see this. It would be very mild. Next up is moderate. To be considered moderate, clubbing has to be the same as a mild condition, but it's also apparent at just a mere glance. Dawn Louise herself falls under this category. She has moderate. And then the most severe case of clubbing is called a gross clubbing. This includes a thickening of the entire nail, and it would make the fingers resemble sort of like a drumstick bulbed at the end, whereas the finger would stay narrow. Now, this doesn't really affect Dawn Louise too much, other than the fact that her nails are different to what most people would be like, so she won't have a pretty manicure anytime soon. It also means that we have trouble cutting them because instead of growing straight out from the finger, it sort of starts to curve underneath it. So I do have to keep her nails very short, and I do have to make sure that they're not digging into her skin, as these small cuts can cause infections. So whilst it is something that we need to watch out for, and it is something that she's had her whole life and will continue to have, it is not something that is really inhibiting her life, but it is a side effect of what she has with her heart condition. So I still felt like it was important that we just gently explained what this is. One of the reasons that I really want to talk about cyanosis is that the mental effects that having it on Dawn Louise has had has really upset me. Over the years, we've had tons and tons of strangers come up to us and question her appearance. They say things like, "Why are your lips so blue? You look cold, you look sick. What's wrong with you? You look like you've been sucking on blue sweets, ha ha." And this stuff might not seem like much to anyone else, but it does hurt her mental state when she's getting bombarded with these questions constantly, and she's also being laughed at in the process. You should never laugh at a child's disability, or any child anyway, but to pick the one thing that you can see of my daughter's terminal illness and to laugh at it is an incredibly cruel gesture. So please, if you do see someone with blue lips, do not laugh at them and do not ask questions, no matter who they are. So that is going to be our very short video for today, but I do hope that it helps you to understand what cyanosis and clubbing is and just one of the side effects of having half a heart. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Before you speak, please stop and think. Take a second look and you will see these blue lips of mine match my chubby little cheeks, my hands and even my feet. Please don't stand and stare and ask me if I've been sucking sweets. Please just take a second and think of the words you're saying to me. Picking apart what makes me different hurts more than you would think. These lips of mine are blue, that's true, but due to having half a heart, not a blue drink from the Quickie Mark. I understand you don't know of HLHS, but I wish you did. I wish you knew of my struggles, all my surgeries just to live.